right now, Fal. I think you should be called the Parfessor, because all this young man does is rack up par.
Parfessor. I love that, actually.
You are? Oh, he's the Parfessor. He's the Parfessor.
Let's go.
And if you're looking for collaborations, try and reach out.
And we're done reaching out. We're going to rely on the good local folks that we know in Toms River. And we're going to be playing some of those golf courses. Hopefully in the near future, we need your list. This is an opinionated list, and we played all these courses.
Just outside Toms River in central New Jersey near the Jersey Shore is a $15 all-you-can golf course. It's a little tricky to even sign in and get involved with the course. Walking into the course, assume that they had a drop box. You drop $15.
Envelopes are in the box on the wall left.
You're good. Put your name down. Rest assured, you can see right here we were stopped by local. I don't want to call.
Just give it a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there'll be nobody here, so.
Okay, 8 o'clock.
Yeah, 8 o'clock. You're free. Yeah.
You got the course to yourself for $15. The guy emphasized that you can come back and play more. You can play all day. So that's an interesting concept. However, they do have strict rules here, and we'll take a look. Yes, sir. No problem. Sorry about that. Yes, sir. Stay away from the greens. We always done that. And we'll stay away from the tee boxes. That's something new. For the most part, I feel like the tee box was free game in regards to footage. Doing a little bit of research, it looked like it could still be, but nonetheless, with these community-based golf courses that have interesting rules, concepts, and most importantly, seem to be subsidized by cheap golf through the community as long as you can find the course. So hopefully you get out here and play Lionhead's Golf Club in a community that's not too friendly.
Well, technically the club is listed as Lionhead's Country Club. The golf course that you're seeing is only 9 holes, classified as an executive course called Lionhead's South. And before we even get started, the experience I had, I wish I had a footage, but in the beginning, just checking in, got there at 7:30 with the intention of going off around 8 o'clock as listed online. Now again, on no tee times, we don't have a tee time, we're just going there. But on the structure of the website, opportunities to get tee times, it's a free-for-all here, and on these small base communities like this one, it starts to shed its head. And just checking in, parked there for 15 minutes, some lady drove up screaming at me that I can't tee off until 8 o'clock. I haven't even been inside yet. You would think unlimited golf course would be very busy, but this is one of those hidden gems that might even turn private by the time you start looking into it more. Let's take a look now at number 5 on our list, a course that disappeared in golf history, but we were able to find the footage at Cedar Creek Golf Club. Taking a look at the course, walking through the doors and going back in history, and taking a look at a course called Cedar Creek Golf Club, or course a 3.7 out of 181 Google reviews. With more reviews, there's more opportunities to take a look at what we got right and what we got wrong since playing this course. And overall, this was a fun public golf course in New Jersey to go out and play. It was pretty scenic. Didn't really feel like you were outside the Jersey Shore. The course was built in 1981 and stretches a total of 6,325 yards from those back tees. This is the fall time when it was filmed, and the conditions were pretty bright and vibrant. Although it was the end of the day, so the footage gets a little messy, and that's probably the reason why we didn't post it right away. The course is open year-round and has a slope of 120. This 18-hole golf course is a par 72. It's nestled all in between pine trees and on the north side of the Cedar Creek, and that's where it's got its name from. This iconic municipal golf course is also located by Veteran Park, which is a pretty popular park. As you pull into the place, you don't even feel like you're going into a golf course. It's like clearly a park. They got baseball and everything else a park would have. I like the front 9, but the back 9 features 3 lakes, and that's probably the highlight of the course. highlights. There's a lot of great factors of this course, and maybe it should be higher. But there's another course that causes a lot of controversy on TikTok where there's a lot of fist fights. We wanted to put that at number 4. So let's zoom on in to our number 4th course, which is pretty popular. And I almost got into a heated argument on this course as well. Swinging in to the famous
Toms River, New Jersey. That's where we're at here. And a municipal course listed right here. I got the course to myself, not many people out here today. So let's go through
the outside of this clubhouse. Now they do have a restaurant inside, but the clubhouse is located on the side here. We walked in here, no tee times, on a sloppy day outside of Toms River. And it rained on us, the footage wasn't the best, but we were able to power through, especially number 1 here. And we're going to be bringing you all the footage of this golf course, starting off with the history of the course. And there's a lot of history here, being built in 1969 on a local farm. That is, the original owners of the land were the Applegates, which had the big farm here. Now, all in all, the funding of this golf course and how it came to be was through a grant from the New Jersey Green Acres program. The township of Toms River, which owned and operates this golf course to this day, is dedicated to providing its residents a great golfing experience for reasonable rates. The course, bad rap when it comes to online ratings. On Google, it's just below a 4 out of a 5, which still isn't that bad, but for golf courses, if you're playing golf, you're pretty excited, you're going to put at least a 4 or 5 on there, so that's technically pretty bad. On Golf Pass, it's a 1.6. Not a lot of people going out there, but there's a lot of people playing this golf course, rest assured. And being a municipal course, the price is right comparing it to other golf courses. Now, here it's a par 72 that stretches a full course at 6,677 yards. This course slope is 122 and a rating of 71.3. It's listed as open year-round. Rest assured, again, that is the case. We're at a golf course. You want to get out there and play 27 holes of affordable, municipal type golf. Let's zoom on out because we still have 3 more courses here that you could still play, enjoy, and more importantly, have some golf fun in Toms River. Zooming us now into the famous Ocean County Municipal Course. Forge Pond Golf Club. Now it's owned by the county, so prices here are going to be pretty reasonable. And we're going to walk through the history of the golf course, tell you a little bit about the price of the course. We have footage of most of the holes, and we're going to answer any questions you write down in the comment section. It's a small course, it's not too far, but it's in incredible condition, and all of that's going to play a factor in the final part of the video where we rate the course 1 out of 10, just like all our other ones. Now we've reached over 100 golf logs, so we're cruising through. We have a pretty good sense of a good golf course, and this might be one here. As we continue to move through, we're going to highlight some of the better holes like the ones you're seeing right now. The course is kind of separated on the scorecard and offers a unique design as you start off. You see on that bottom part there of the front, and that's what you're seeing here, the bottom section of the golf course. Now, the designer of this course did an incredible job, I will say that. Hal Purdy designed the course in 1989. Would have loved to have seen more history of the golf course. Sometimes that gets lost in the municipal world of golf, but you could still find that history because it's floating somewhere in that clubhouse. Now, I will say the course plays extremely short. You might not even need a driver here. I wouldn't recommend it because it plays 3,916 yards for a par 70. Now, it's owned and operated again by the county of Ocean County. There's another course that we highly recommend, Atlantis, which we hit up as well. And this course I think is a little bit better than Atlantis, but some people that I played with disagree. I would consider this one more of like an executive course here. However, it's been ranked a top public golf course according to Golf Advisor. But that's only been ranked 16th out of the state. That's pretty high. Now, it starts to get a little washy up there when you talk about those type of top golf courses, public. And that's why we try to bring it to our channel of the top public golf courses, try to give you a little inside scoop of where they could possibly be. And we get it wrong consistently because Again, a lot of that is fueled by the information online. And clearly that's one-sided. That's why independent golf channels like us exist. Now, it's important also to note that this golf course, I think, is the type of golf course we're looking for. It's affordable, but it's also fun. You can get backed up. It's in Brick Township, so there's a lot going on in the summertime. It might be really hard to get a golf tee time here. Before we go into the prices of this golf course, which we recommend is low, so that's just, I think we all know that. But in regards to the rating of the golf course on major golf outlets like Google, it's a solid 4 out of 5 from 156 reviews. So you can't go wrong with this one. So as we zoom on out and take one more look at this course, I want to get back over here because I thought that this one should be pretty high on everyone's list, even though it's a number 4. But number 2 and number 1 are no-brainers. Let's take a look here at our, I want to say this one should have been number 1, but because of pretty much the facts that everyone tells me they love number 1, let's take a look here at Lakewood Country Club, number 2.
Driver off the deck here at Lakewood Golf Course. One of those more historical golf courses, kind of reminds me of the time frame of the Irish courses that we played.
Just be kids. We are proud to have raised over 90.
Hey, how are you? I'm a big fan of a golf course that has a tree right in the middle of the fairway. I don't know about you, but I seem to always hit that tree. This time, if you look at some of the footage, we went right through
I think
it.
this golf vlog truly is going to have everything you need to get you started for your golf review here at Lakewood Golf Club. And everything about this course screams good deal depending on the time that you come. That's why you got to take a look at this footage. Here we're going to show some of the aerial footage of the golf course that's put together and try to understand what's going on here at Lakewood Golf Club. And at the end of the footage, at the end of this video, we hit someone. And that's a big deal on this channel. We never hit anyone before, and we clocked. Thank God we didn't hit the person, but we hit their cart. And no damage was done there at Lakewood, but it was a scary one. We checked in. Inside, they had some sort of shipping container. You could buy some drinks and entrees. It's not the clubhouse. They had the clubhouse. We just showed that. Number 1 starts off, I believe, a par 4. You got another, I think that's number 18 on the left-hand side. So the layout of this course is interesting. And we actually had to reach out to the golf club just to confirm some things. We're going to show some of that footage at the end.
So far, the first 5 holes of this golf course have been pretty rewarding if you can hit a decent drive, and that's what happens with these courses that are over 100 years old, built in 1896, or we'll double check that. But you can see right off the bat they got a little challenging fairway bunkers as we get closer to the green. You know, it's hard to say if I really like the golf course, but you can tell it's got a lot of historical feel to it.
Officially completed in 1898 by Tom Bindelow and Walter Travis. This course is listed as open year-round. We're going to talk about some of the unique features of it, especially on the 1 par 3. There was a second hole, and I actually had a call to confirm. There's listed as 18 holes here for a par 72, and the putting surfaces, I tell you what, they putt true. You know, these older courses had different irrigation systems back then, and you could truly see that they were a little bit competitive putting surfaces, one would say. They weren't the best, but they rolled very well, and we got to make a note of that with these historical courses. A staple for public golf in the South Jersey area for years, and it continues to. And I just wanted to call the clubhouse to make sure that the original layout, obviously it's changed, but when you walk over on the street here, things start to change drastically.
Course that's absolutely making up its own rules. Take a look here. Looks like this par 3 has 2 greens.
So clearly there was 2 greens. It didn't seem like it would be a practice green here. So we had to call the actual clubhouse, and here's the information that we found out.
All right, on the phone, here's the deal. We actually have 20 holes here in Lakewood. 2 of them, we kind of call them the winter holes, and there's actually 21 greens. The 4th hole gets expanded a little bit, but that's neither here. The 5th hole, you actually would turn around and play that instead of the hole that had the trees on it, the tree in the middle.
Okay, yes.
You would play that par 3 that ended up right behind that 6th green. Okay, it plays about 135. Then you'd be done with that hole, then you kind of go back up to kind of where the green is on the 5th hole and go through shooter trees
Wow. This guy was a extreme wealth of knowledge, and shout out to him giving us the rundown. Long story short, the holes on County Road are not the original holes. They did change some of the layout there as a result of people complaining that lived close to the road, it sounded like, and also keeping golf balls out of the road, so they pushed some of those greens back, and that's why we saw multiple greens there on the par 3. The layout that you're seeing when we cross over to the road on the next hole, you'll see is the original layout of the course, which is a lot more windier. You can tell that there's some changes here. Here's your bathrooms, here's your water. It's on the course. It's a good course. I think that this was a well rounded out course. I couldn't find myself complaining for the price that I paid. I think $28 to walk the golf course during the twilight rate.
The back 9 here is a different course. The fairways are a little bit longer. I'm not sure if they just don't cut the back 9 as frequently, but you can see right off the bat there's nothing to hide.
Since we got that out of the way, we understand, the front 9 of the golf course, the back 9 is coming up now. Let's talk about the rating in comparison to other golf outlets like Golf Now, Golf Digest, and also Google. Starting off with Google at a 4.2 out of 444 ratings. That's pretty good. When you sneak over to Golf Now, you're about a 4.1 out of 900 ratings. So Golf Now is really pumping this course out. It's hard to find a good hot deal. About 4 or 5 days in advance, you could sneak one in there for $42 with the cart. Now, I don't know if it's really worth it. It's a walkable course. I highly recommend walking this. These older courses built in the 1800s, they're just they're meant for walking. That's the type of course it is. That's why we loved Lakewood Country Club. Should have been higher on our list. Should have been one. But everyone starts screaming about their famous golf course. Favorite golf course is Eagle Ridge Golf Course. So we had to put it at number 1 out of respect for a lot of people that I have to deal with that talk about the top golf courses that we pick on each one of these videos.
We're here at Eagles Ridge Golf Course, and I tell you what, off the bat, feels like a real course here of public golf in South Jersey and the Jersey Shore. And we're taking a look here. We never played here. One of my favorite golf courses here, Eagle Ridge. I don't play it because it's $120 to play, but we ended up getting that twilight rate for $50 to play the golf style. 9 holes here, so a total of 27 holes to choose from. That's a total of 27 holes here at
Eagle Ridge. Now we're going to go through the history of the golf course, just like our other golf reviews. And this one's a special one. It was built in 1999, so at the peak of the golf boom with golf designs in the 90s. The course was originally built as 18 holes on a sand and gravel quarry that helped pave the Garden State Parkway in the mid-20th century. Now, according to the golf website, that's at least what we're pulling out of it. And we're pulling out all the tricks here. We're going to talk about the history, how much it's going to cost. We're switching it up, maybe even hitting lefty out here on this golf course. Because when you're paying that much money, you might have the place to yourself. And that's what we did here. They got a twilight rate, and we jumped in and already told you about that. We're going to go through each one of the ratings with major golf outlets like Google. We're going to talk a little bit of what my thoughts were of the golf course. And
the bat here at Eagles Ridge, a good power washing might be in order. I tell you what, everything I like about the golf course, but it's those subtle differences that make a $150 golf course. And right now, I don't know if I see a $120 golf course, but some of these aerial views, I mean, look at this. This is a $150 golf course here. So it makes you wonder, it's not a private course. There's a lot of good private courses out this way, but we are hoping to weasel our way on to some of those courses.
As mentioned, the footage you're seeing is the Ridge course. We're going to talk a little bit about the Links course, but I want to really talk about the price range. It does get lower. I kind of hyped it up. That's an expensive golf course. The twilight rate drops it down to $50. They got memberships that are, if you live in the area, it's actually really worth it. You can spend $40 out there just to go out and play. Not a difference between walking and taking a golf cart. I ended up walking because just what I like to do. You get better footage. I recommend walking this course. That's what I say with every golf course. So it's hard to tell, but you get your money's worth here. It's a hard course. I'm not going to say much other than I really enjoyed this course. I'm glad they did not get rid of any parts of this 27-hole golf facility, and we're going to talk why now.
Now they talked about knocking down and building condominiums and things like that here, housing. I'm not sure which one, but here at the links course, which apparently is the nicer of the two, we're going to try to take some footage of it, but right now we can get at least a little bit of it. More of a link style course in comparison to what you've been seeing here at Eagle Ridge.
Hopefully I'll get back to play the links course. It clearly looks like the better one is on the other side here of those trees. But all in all, that course was built by Dan Slagle, the link style course, in 2008, so it was an addition. Golf architect Dan Slagle also designed Ballamore, which was a private course. Now it's public. Highly recommend that one. That's one well worth the $120 price tag. And after playing this course, it might be worth it here too. You can't go wrong. The greens putt true. No one's really pushing you out there. If anything, I'm pushing people out there. We're going to the Ridge course, and then I guess the Pines course, which is another 9-hole course here. But at the end of the day, it was in 1999. These two 9-hole golf courses, which is 18 holes, was built by Brian Alditt. Decent, I wouldn't say famous golf designer. I had to look him up a little bit to see if he built any other ones. He's definitely built a good amount, more in the Pennsylvania, Massachusetts, Delaware. He's been all over the place. He's got a heck of a resume here when you pull up his data. I felt like there was enough elevation there. I didn't feel like there was at any time that you were on a sand dune quarry, which was interesting, that was the case. And I might be more on the link style that you could feel that. They had me tee off on number 10, and it was a quick turnaround. It's one of those things you just go off and play. When you're by yourself, you kind of get a little bit more freedom of filming the golf course too, so you don't push back on it. In regards to golf reviews, you pull up Google, there's 220 reviews out of a 4.4 out of a 5. Now, Golf Now has, I think, at a 4.5. And then Golf Pass, I think, is somewhere between a 4.5. I got theories behind that. I tell you what, though, you can't push back too much on it. You can see on this is the front 9 here. A lot more houses on the front 9. I don't know if they just put those in. I think they did because someone told me they really took away from the golf course that they're putting those houses in there. If you're thinking about becoming a member here, or you're already a member, enjoy it. Become a subscriber here with the Parfessor, an independent golf channel focused on the fun, affordable side of golf. If you're not watching, go play a little bit of golf today.